Good morning. Welcome to the 1 year anniversary of Sunday morning coffee. Very exciting. We've been building up the excitement. So it's episode 52, which marks exactly a year. I believe the first Sunday morning coffee was a bit of a on the spur of the moment decision. So for me to commit to that for 52 weeks is pretty cool. So all hail. I'm glad you're all here. There's a nice chunk of people already. It's exciting. Yes. Got all my things plugged in, working. Woo woo. Yes, I had these giant plans that I was going to have balloons and party poppers and those things that go. But they cost money, and I also forgot. So sorry about that. But you can imagine them. I'm sure there's probably a filter I can add on that adds balloons that come up the side. I thought I did a pretty good impression of those things too. They go. So, where do we begin? Anyone who has not come along before, this is Sunday morning coffee, where we have lots of hand gestures of the pleasant kind, and we chat about what's been happening in Bad Squiddo, what will be happening in Bad Squiddo. I show you some sneak peeks. I try and awkwardly focus stuff like this quite a lot. And we generally just chat about stuff, and a whole bunch of you in the side there are chat amongst yourselves as well, which is pretty cool. I'm very proud of it. So this is the special. It's not much different. It was kind of clickbait to get people to come, but we will be discussing the past Sunday morning coffees, the future of Sunday morning coffees, the trials and tribulations, and I have a few questions as well from people, and I will be taking questions in the sidebar too, specifically to do with the stream rather than will you be making XYZ figure, because you know what you'll get. You'll either get a maybe or a I've said too much, or depending on my mood, if you stop asking me things, just buy the things. So yes. Morning. I have my classic Bad Squiddo mug with me, which is my artwork, not Marty's artwork. It's one of the last Bad Squiddo artworks I did myself. It's weep, 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 weep. So I put a big post in the newsletter this morning, and in the can't be there. in the newsletter and the Facebook post, but I'll just kind of go over it again. So it used to be that doing videos gave me the fear, and I suffer from anxiety, and I'm also actually shy, and nobody believes me. So those together just made, when I was trying to do videos, it's quite fun actually, because I've left them up. So if you're ever bored, just go back in date order to the very early Bad Squiddo videos. I was watching some recently, and I can kind of see myself like just freaking out a bit, just trying to do a little video. So it'd take me so long to do a video. It was just not worth it, basically. So I tried to do a whimsical couple of minute video, and it'd actually take me hours. And I'd end up in a bit of a state, to be honest. Not just stress, just like, this is the worst. And there's that whole getting used to seeing your face and hearing your voice and all that sort of stuff. And I just hated it, but I always wanted to do more of it. And it was the same for, as the company was getting bigger, more people were asking me to go on podcasts or on their shows and things like that. And I really wanted to, but it was just so stressful. And so what I decided, this was a bit of a test really. So I decided to start Sunday morning coffee on the basis of it being live. This was after I discovered the joys of the Facebook Live. So it's live, it's informal, we'll get into the routine of doing it, so every Sunday. And you can't really mess it up. I'm sure I have many times, but you know what I mean? It's different to that upload to a YouTube, everything has to be 5 minutes, super shortcuts, all that sort of stuff. So it started just as a bit of a test. I thought it's a good way to chat to you lot as well, because I was doing sort of sporadic streams. I thought if it's a nice, every week sort of thing. Hello Jasper, don't worry, you haven't missed anything yet. No crazy reveals. So it's worked, basically. So it's just meant that every week we've done this. It started off as around half an hour. It's clearly an hour now. But since lockdown, since YouTube as well, I've noticed after about 20 minutes that lots more people turn up. So then I don't want to go after they've just turned up, and you still watch. So There's nothing wrong with that. So it's usually up to about an hour these days. But it's helped so much. And I hadn't been on a video stream for so long. And then when I was on the Andy 2D6 show a few weeks ago, I was on it again this week. I just realised how much of a difference that this had made, because I looked back at the last show that I'd done, and I was just, I can see the fear and just general like panic. And I'd do the video, and it wasn't just the video, it was afterwards. I'd feel like crap for like weeks, trying to analyse what I'd said and whether I'd said it correctly and all that sort of stuff, and just generally being unhappy about it all. And I'm thinking, why do I do it? But now I'm super chilled about it. I did put a little drop in again of how I was on Woman's Hour. Some of you might not actually know, I was on Woman's Hour on BBC Radio just before Christmas. If you totally missed that or are new, that's on their website. But that was a huge deal, so I had to go to London and go to the BBC and get interviewed by Jenny Murray about Bad Squiddo games. And that was pretty terrifying, as you can imagine, but nowhere near as terrible. It would have put me in a potential cancellation anxiety attack sort of thing previously. But I just had a normal, healthy bit of nerves. So I'm really proud of this Sunday morning coffee. So it's been great. I've really enjoyed watching the audiences build up, and you lot come every week. It's nice. It's a nice sort of hangout. So there's all that for Squiddo and for you. But also for me, I just... it's really helped with my confidence and the ability to just talk at a screen. Very bizarre, but once you get used to it, it's okay. The first video I ever saw of Ms. Norman was her and another Wargamer woman drunk in a bathroom toilet somewhere. It was seriously hilarious. That is still out there. Oh, that was good. My old channel did used to have an old Wargaming channel. Now everyone's going to try and find it. But that was okay because I was a drunk for most of that, so it wasn't quite as terrifying. But even those took sort of ages, and that was a sort of silly thing about 10 years ago. How mad is that? Oh yes, the mug reveal has been. I'm really happy that people like don't just stumble across this. That they actually go, it's Sunday, it's 10 o'clock. Let's go and watch Annie's show. That makes me happy. So yeah, the mug reveal. It's the last piece of Bad Squiddo artwork fully done by myself. I'm actually not bad, eh? Week. It was before I got Martin Whitmore to pretty much do all of my art. Thanks for all those likes there, that's excellent. So I'll go through the questions before I go for my rambles, because they might actually answer some of them. I also appear to have been bitten by several spiders, so I'm shuffling around. There was a spider incident last night. I should probably record this for just in case anything happens. I was about to go to bed, and there was an enormous spider. Although it wasn't actually enormous, but it was into the realm of too large, lurking around in the bathroom, which meant that myself and my housemate at about midnight were screaming whilst holding the Hoover and the grabber to try and find the best the best possible way to retrieve said spider, but it is hidden, so it's still out there. So if this is the last Sunday morning coffee I ever do, it means that I've been captured, rolled into a giant web and stored under my bath, so please come and find me. What have we got here? Just checking. Just seeing if I've missed anything there. I do, yeah, I love looking back. I look so young at my old videos. Oh, the only reason we get up before midday on Sundays for the last year. That's what I do. That's part of my public service. These live streams and hangouts have been great in the era of all events being cancelled. Gives a chance to meet the awesome people behind the minis. What? Where are they? No, it's nice to yeah, see you all in there. Yeah, the bonus when I was freaking out about videos before was that the joy of doing these live videos is it doesn't matter if I screw it up a little bit because it's live, so people are a bit nicer. So if I do have a tendency, as you will notice, to forget what I'm saying halfway through a sentence. And that sort of thing can really stress me out and just cause me to go into a bit of a meltdown over it. But because this is chilled, I know I can just sort of take my time, sort it out, and yeah, just when I do this, go, what else? It's all good, and it means that I get it done, and you seem to enjoy it, because it was that what I struggle with. Well, a lot of people do, but I've got so much better through sort of self teaching. Is the see, it's the what's the phrase? Something like perfection or nothing. So there's yeah, when you just stress about something so much that it doesn't happen, and then it's better if it's maybe not as good as it could have been, but it's actually happened. So that's what I kind of go for. So some of the latest, last sort of year or so, YouTube recorded videos I've tried to do in one take, because I'm just fed up of me going, hello, welcome to Bad Squiddo. Today I will be looking at retake. Hello, I'm Annie from Bad Squiddo. Hello, Annie from Bad Squiddo. And it sort of just becomes like each one gets more and more stressful. So to just be able to go, and I've messed up my words, but let's continue, is just so much better. And yeah, so yeah, as Venus says, I've been looking at other sort of YouTube advice, and it's always this like, do fast cuts and do this and have it, and like I don't have time to do that as well. Although I might get Andy doing some crazy videos, so I say that, and then maybe next week it'll be like, hey, welcome to, yeah. So yes, perfect is the enemy of good enough. That is exactly it. I went a very brief background lore. I went to a very strange school that was not a private school. I know that different countries have different for private public. So in the UK, public school is actually private school. So, so the schools that you pay for and that rich people go to, and you get a better education, and then there's the free schools. But I went to a free school that are governmentally owned. So I went to a free school that was owned by some millionaire guys. So it was trying to be somewhere in between. But it was a bit odd and futuristic because we had codes and everything instead of names. But the every day in our assembly, we'd have these like brainwashing phrases at us, which is quite terrifying because it's still in my mind. And one of the phrases was, "Good enough is not good enough." And it kind of stuck with me forever. So I think, that'll be fine. And then this booming voice appears. So like, no, it is good enough. Not everything has to be absolutely perfect all the time. You just get them done and okay. When your chunk of energy can be 80%, say, but that same amount of energy will do the other 20%. The 80%'s probably fine. When it comes to miniature design, that's where I fully 100%. Don't worry about that. But yeah, not everything has to be perfect. You mess your omelette up a little bit, does it matter? So, what have we got? Look, make the diagnosis murder cutouts explode. So what do we have? I have some questions. As you can imagine, as is traditional for Sunday morning coffee, I was late and unprepared. So let me get some. There's some questions. I had some Twitter questions for this. If I've missed anything in the sidebar as well, let me know. Although most of the questions were to do with making minis, so I'll probably ignore those ones for you. I got. Do you have Carl? Is it Carl? It's C.A. Berlitz. For some reason, I've decided it's Carl. I think you're in the chat, actually. You're there! That's you! What is your name? Like, in my mind, I've called you Carl. Do you have any particular routine for getting set into streaming vibe? I mostly get up. Carlos! Hello, thank you. Oh, that's pretty close for me to make up. Yes, so do I have a routine? I get up, go, I'm not ready yet, and run down. I'm still getting used to the idea of it taking me longer to get set up. I normally get up very early, but on a Sunday, I tend to wake up early and then dick about, is the phrase, dick about on my phone. So I'll just sort of chill out. I tend to watch a lot of these sort of 20-minute YouTube hot takes and just like little fact shows and stuff like that. Not as a Sunday ritual, just as a when I'm chilling out sort of thing. So of late, especially in lockdown, I've tended to just put some of those on, prop my phone up with those, and then play Animal Crossing, do my Animal Crossing morning chores. But then, yeah, I tend to just be a bit late. So this morning before the show, I've actually not been in a great mood. But as soon as I come on here, it's excellent. So yeah, mostly just run around panicking. There's no like, you know, you got this, you can do it. Sunday morning coffee, yes. I don't do that. I just sort of go, oh crap, I'm going to be late again, quick. As this morning, Andy, my housemate, has had the misfortune of getting up at the same time. So to go, make me a coffee, please. So he made me this coffee, which I haven't sipped yet, so I can't review the quality. But thank you, Andy2D6, for this coffee. If you are happy about that, you should go and have a look at his channel, Andy2D6. See, that's good. What have we got in those comments there? So that's my happy birthday. Do your pigs have clogs? Oh, they don't have clogs. They have extreme cuteness, though. There's no point me even moving the camera because as soon as I move the camera, they all flee. But basically, Karen, who's very fluffy, is lying over the edge of a window of the little house, and like all of her fluff is going over. It's amazing. Yeah, running around and panicking. Yeah, this is a routine. I can't remember if I did start with a routine. I think that's the point because I never did. So it was, if anything that felt a bit too formal would make me freak out. And because I'd committed to it, and I went Sunday morning coffee every Sunday, usually morning. It'd only be evening if I had a trade show. I even put my social life around it back when I had one in the before times. But like, yeah, I can do that, but I do have to stream at 10, so we'll make it start at 11. But yeah, anything that felt too formal or a bit scary. So I've had a bit of feedback over the last year, sometimes saying, you could make the production a bit better, you could have an intro, backdrop, a bit less erming. And I do feel that, but then that takes away from the whole point of what this is. So I'd like to do, I'm getting the time back now that I can start putting some more pre-recorded videos on. And I think what I'm going to do there is find a middle way of doing it. So my plan is that I'm going to just film my ramblings and whatnot. Then, instead of taking the time and freaking out and all that, I'm going to send the raw footage to Andy2D6, who happens to live in my spare room. It's very convenient. And get him to do his whiz editing YouTube skills to sort of make the video, which is something I should have thought about doing before, to be honest. But it does mean showing somebody my outtakes, which are all terrible. I like the familiar, cozy vibe that the unpreparedness brings. It's just things like the whole getting a set and all that, and actually, yeah, just being in the living room is kind of cool, actually. And I can showcase things here. I was going to have balloons, as I said, but did not have the time. Cozy is a good word for it. What else have we got? More questions from Carlos. What do you personally enjoy most of having the Sunday morning coffee? What do I enjoy most? I think it gives me, especially in this, again, pandemic times, it gives me some sort of routine. So even when there's the weeks are, and it's really cliched and everyone's saying it, going, oh, time's passing really fast, but it's starting to irk me, disturb me somewhat that it really is going very fast. So like this week, I really was shocked that it had come to the weekend already. But having that it's the routine, and especially with self-employment, it's hard sometimes. So I'm quite good at sticking to the routine for work, but there are not really anyone to let down in that sort of sense. Whereas Sunday morning coffee, it's like I have to be there every Sunday, even if I feel crap. Which is why it's like some of the episodes for long-term viewers, we've had the highs, the lows. There's my infamous crying one where I was very not good, and as I was filming it I thought, I need to just stop filming this is terrible. And then people were just so excellent in the comments, and I almost didn't upload it to the collection. But I'm like, can't have a gap though. So I've got my standard dead leg time. I thought, yeah, I can't have a gap in that, and that is the raw Sunday morning coffee thing that goes on. So keep it all there. So yeah, I think the general rawness of it, that it is, there's a small amount of planning where I vaguely go, what shall I talk about on Sunday morning coffee? But yeah, I think it's the informal ability to just sort of express myself, and it's Sunday, and it's yeah, it's a really good sort of ritual is the word. And I like that it gets a bunch of you up as well, which is cool. I like the idea of you all drinking coffee. And of course, when I do my tandem yawn, which I haven't started yet, but I've said the word yawn, now I'm holding off a yawn. If I keep saying yawn, I wonder how many people do actually yawn without me yawning. You know, if you feel like you really want to yawn, would you be yawning now? Don't yawn. You definitely shouldn't yawn. Cozily personable is the best vibe for a Sunday morning. It is. And yeah, one of the reasons I had the coffee in the first place was I was panicking if I didn't have anything to say. I could just panic, you know, when you have a glass of water in an interview. But now it's just because coffee is excellent. But it gives me a bit of, in the week, I think. It's almost like I need to make sure some cool stuff's happened so I can talk about it in the Sunday morning coffee. And that, yeah, it's just that really is the routine element. The having to do something even if it's not optimum. So there's been mornings where I've gone, oh no, it's Sunday morning coffee. Especially if I've been in a depressive zone and just sort of can't even get out of bed. I've got to get up, got to do Sunday morning coffee. So there are plenty where I've basically been wearing my pajamas or my pajama bottoms. I think there was a couple where I was in a dressing gown, but like still doing it. So it's that making sure I do it, and it's all paid off. So I really like it. What have we got? Oh, you're all immune to the yawn so far. I need to actually do a yawn for this to work, and I am fighting it off. Any opinions on doing it on YouTube? It's also Carlos, rather than on Facebook. I definitely prefer YouTube. So again, long term, full of spider bites. Long term viewers may remember. So we started this off on Facebook. That was good to getting people in the first place because it meant that you get the notification. So a lot of people on Sunday morning are already sort of like browsing about on Facebook. I just noticed there's some good sharpness with me in the background. If I get closer, be more sharp. It's cool. People are browsing around on their phones, chilling out on a Sunday morning, and then they'll get a little notification that says Bad Squiddo's live. You're like, ooh, what is this? So sort of to come along then. So that's how I built the audience up through Facebook. So it was perfect for that. And then I got a Facebook ban, and then I got another Facebook ban. And it's only just lifted. So I've had this ban for months and months. So during that time, moved straight to YouTube. And I think from the first episode, I was going, hey, this is so much better. Let's just do this every time. So even though my ban's lifted, we're back on YouTube. People chat way more. I don't know if it's easier to do so or it turns up in a better space or something like that. But there's way more chat happening. I like pointing at the chat. There's way more chat happening on here than there was on YouTube. On Facebook, which makes a big difference. It's not just people watching me. I like the whole point of the interaction rather than it just being one sort of sided. Otherwise, I might as well just record something. So that's a good bit. Yeah, I was banned twice for anti-Nazi posts. They were flagged. I don't know if someone had just started like reporting me or something to cause trouble, or if it's just, I think it was a mixture of something like that or bots. I'm not very conspiracied up on it because it's been happening to quite a few people. It was just bad algorithms. It's easiest to chat on YouTube for me. The login interface of Facebook is troublesome. Yeah, I kind of loathe doing it on Facebook, but it was handy at first for getting that audience. So it was actually quite nice. It was a bit of one of those blessings in disguises that when I was looking at the comments. See, it's all gone. It's all gone from my brain. Yes, so it was a blessing in disguise when I got my ban and thought, because I was thinking, well, what about my live shows? What am I going to do? Oh, I'll move to YouTube till it's over, sort of thing. But yeah, this is way better. So, and it kind of kicked me up the ass. The quality's better. It's not just YouTube. It's because I've actually used my camera and microphone rather than just my phone. Though the only downside is my phone is wicked at auto-focusing. So when I was showing you minis, it was really easy to do that. I like that, ironically, it focuses right now on my hands. I know it hasn't, we're okay. But when I do it with this camera, it's just really awkward, but it's part of the fun. I was pondering some sort of Twitch, but I don't know yet. I just keep looking at all the different platforms. Like, I want to be on all the platforms, but what could I do on the platforms? So I was vaguely interested in Twitch, but YouTube so far, from the people that are around Bad Squiddo, seems to be the most accessible. I know there's a few people watching that are thinking, but how do I get in the chat? Then you just have to set up an account, which is free, and it can just be a throwaway account. Don't need to put any information or anything on there. Oh yes, I'm fully anti-Zuckerberg. Oh no, well, he'll get me. He'll send his spies. But I have to. I have to use Facebook for work. So when people go, delete it, Annie, delete it, I'm like, no, it's still getting quite a lot of people from there. Get a second camera and have it set up for shooting the reveals. So currently I use YouTube's basic go live sort of feature. But again, talking to Andy, so if you see me on the Andy and Rem show, there's been the three of us in little windows, and then there's the main window where you can show anything. And that's some crazy software stuff. Andy's shown me a bit of it, but when I get the time, he's gonna do me a tutorial on how to do that. But again, that's a bit more of a technical sort of thing. Oh no, the yawning has begun, and let the world yawn. So it's a bit more effort, basically. So when I've got a bit of brain, because I've still got a very full brain, I will have a look at that and try and get some more funkier, even if I just use it for when I have guests on, because I'd like to have some guests on, but I'm not entirely sure how to sort of do that. And not so much for these Sunday morning lives, but for sort of extra content. That'd be cool. Suede. So here I'm just reading the comments, see, just hanging out. Yeah, and Andy did mention all these like fancy tech for multi-streaming. So again, it's when I got the brain to have a look at that. So, what's happened in Bad Squiddo this week? Nothing. I've been massively depressed. Oh, sorry. Sorry for opening it with 3 questions in one tweet. That's okay, Carlos. You were the only question about the show anyway. I had some more, but I was saving those. They're mostly what projects do you want to do questions, and that's always the standard question that I get. So sorry, Catherine, Jonathan. Although Jonathan from Wargaming Recon did say, when can people hear you on Wargaming Recon? We need to sort that out. There's a few people trying to get me on their shows. Depending on what mood I am, it depends how long it takes for me to actually say yes. So, oh, sorry, Catherine. Ignoring your question. That's okay. But yawning at me. Taking all. I like taking all of your money. It's what I do. It's literally my job. So yeah, Bad Squiddo this week sucked. I've been in again, long-term viewers will be aware that I've got various mental health issues, and they have sucked this week, and it's been very annoying because I've been in quite a motivational, I'm gonna do stuff, and then my brain's just gone, nope, no, you're not gonna do that stuff. So a lot of the week has been spent in bed, which is rubbish. But then I've sort of come to life around the evening. I've been doing little evening projects. So obviously I can't do order packing or anything like that in the evening, but I've been setting up Buffer. So Buffer, I'm trying to depression-proof my company, basically. So Buffer is one of those websites where you can get all of your social media, and make it so it posts across all of them with one handy click, but not in the way that those crap ones are, where where you see them on Twitter and it's basically just a Facebook post and it doesn't make any sense. So you tailor it to all the different social medias. So if I'm not having a great time, or sometimes just if it's the weekend, I don't update the page, especially Facebook, where the algorithm determines you have to keep putting some content out. So you sort of drop down then, it shows less people. So it's probably quite boring for you, but it means I did something. So those days where I've kind of been like, I've wasted the day again, I actually haven't. I've done something cool in the evening. So I'm setting up Buffer to do this. So it won't be all my tweets. It's not like I'm going to suddenly roboticize the social media, but it also means that Sunday morning coffee paywall. It means that sometimes I'll have a really cool thing I want to tweet, and it might be 3 a.m. or something, so I can get them all set up so they actually come out at a better time. So there's that. So that just sort of is going to help roll along. I know some people are naturally more productive in the evenings. The world is run by morning people. I am one of those evil morning people, but not when I'm massively depressed. Then I'm not doing anything. But it's that whole where you've slept most of the day and then it's evening and you're like, I don't want to sleep now. But so if I can sort of drag a laptop onto my lap, then at least that's something. So this week I've been a bit of an evening person. I've also been setting up a Redbubble shop, which is amazing. It's not live yet because I want to tweak. So I've over the years personally bought lots of things from Redbubble, including that. So that's one of their tapestries that they do. This is of course an artwork of Furiosa. Here I am. So I've tried a lot of a lot of their products over the years. So when I've been choosing it, I've been going through the items. So far, I think I've got 17 different artworks on there. I realise how many I actually have. So the stuff you won't have even seen. So I've got all the lady artwork, but then there's also like various guinea pig artwork, gunny pig artwork, just stuff that I've been working with Marty for fun, and then I'm like, should probably do something with that. So I've been choosing the products that I know are good, basically, because I don't want you to buy a product. So if you're not aware of it, actually, Redbubble is one of those fulfillment sites. So I upload all the artwork, then they manufacture it. It's like a print to order type thing. They make it as you order it and ship it direct to you. So I have no dealings with the fulfillment, but it is a company that say I've ordered a lot over the years for myself from. So I'm I'm very confident in their products. Not every single one, because I'm not made of money. I've never bought every one of their products, but most of the stuff, most of the main items I've bought, so can kind of contest that they're good, basically. Because I've seen a few over the years where they do that sort of print to order and the quality's not that great, but Redbubble is good. I get a lot of guinea pig related stuff from there. It's like guinea pig stickers, guinea pig posters. I've got a guinea pig clock. Can't actually see it. I might get it out by the end. I'll go grab the guinea pig clock for you. I'll get it now, actually. How about that? I'll undeaden my legs. So I'll show you the level of the guinea pig clock, and then you will see how ace the bad squid clocks are going to be. I know you heard me do the to get up noise. Definitely old. Definitely getting old. There we go. Alright. So this is my living room clock from Redbubble. And it makes life amazing because you can be guinea pig past carrot is generally the time, all the time. In fact, I'm just going to hold that because I'm going to use that as a thumbnail picture. When I go through looking for a thumbnail to use, there's always something I don't pose for long enough. But isn't that cool? And it's a little quality of those guinea pigs. So so basically the company will print what I want them to on there and then dispatch it to you. So I've got to go through all the products, make sure I've got them all absolutely perfect before I launch it. But yeah, there's some wicked artwork, and it's basically people have been asking for merch for a long time. It's a lot of money to invest in. I've done various waves of merch, for example, this mug. But it's a lot of money to invest when I could just be making more minis. So this option is great because I don't have to put any money up front in it. I don't make as much as if I was to do it, direct, but it means you get some cool stuff and I get some money, and I don't have to deal with the manufacture of it, so that's a bonus. So keep an eye out for that, basically. So there's stuff like there's clothing, so there's all the t-shirts with different artwork on. I'm making it so there's various options as well. So some aren't as like full on big logo. It's just like a bit of something cool, that sort of stealth nerd stuff. And they're also good even if you're not a gamer. So stuff like the bomb bunny and the just general feminist type stuff are all cool for just your family that don't game as well, or your friends or anything like that. I was checking what I missed inside. Doodly-doo. Doodly-doo. Just checking all that. Yes, Carlos says my rugby club went the same route using third party for all this hassle. Is good. Yes. So I won't be doing guinea. Why can't I do guinea pig clocks? So you put the artwork in, then you sort it. But so I've done the basic ones where it's pretty simple because it's a print or something. So I've just gone artwork. But there's no reason why I couldn't sort of use my artwork to make some amazing clock face like that to sort of pop it around. So I think I'll just slowly add. I'll launch it and then I'll just slowly add bits as I feel like it. But the one clock I've got set up, I've got a print screen of it so I can show you. Was using this really cool artwork. Well, that was all really cool. And I love Marty, so you should go check. I don't even know what his website is. He's Martin Whitmore on Facebook, and he's Rusty the Chainsaw on most. He's got an American. He uses one that's a bit like Redbubble, but something else. But he's got so much more extra art as well, and he's just the best. And I love working with him. Like everyone involved with Squiddo is just the best, and it makes me really happy that I don't just have people I work with and they do the stuff and go away again. Well, they allow me to harass them. Where did I get this? Go through all my guinea pig pictures. Again, I can't remember what I was looking for. Screenshots, that was it. No, it wasn't. I don't have it on my phone. Sorry to alert you like that. Or do I? Welcome to my show. I will browse my phone. I have a photo of it. I don't. The one I do have that I found is just this is an example of what the coasters look like with Bomb Bunny on. So that's an example of the excellence. Yes. But yeah, that's pretty cool because that's a task I've had on my to-do list and I've been putting forward for some time. Of what's going on with my hair there? It's the angle. It's the angle. Call it cool. Poof that ponytail up. Yeah, so there's cool merch coming, and I'm excited about that. And I can contest that the quality is good, so that's also good. That means I don't have to deal directly with it. It's bonus. It might mean some little passive income is the phrase. Little passive income. That'd be cool. Get a bit extra cash, and obviously that'll help me get some new minis out. Excellent. 51 watches. I know. I'm like, come on, let's make a record. I think 52 was my record on the Facebook stats. So I'm like, come on, more. Get your family members in. Come on. I need to be more exciting and interesting. Quick. Whatever news have we got that can lure them in with? No, we've dropped 49. No. Maybe if everyone thumbs up the video, it might lure more. Got some more amazing sculpts from Bristol. Talking of excellent people, I'll do my usual little tease. I'll show you a bit of a zoomed in tease of what's coming. Let me just find his chat. He is the best. He's doing a whole chunk for us at the moment. There's just one one pack left before it all gets shipped, and then I'll be on the casters going, in the mold, go, go, go. So what teasy bit can I show you? Obviously they're not quite finished. Oh, there's a little bit I can show you. As it struggles to focus. Come on, it just loves my face. I can't blame it. Oh, come on. Come on. It's so weird how it just doesn't want to. Come on, it's better than my face. Well, maybe that helps the teasing work better. Oh, no. Oh, well, yeah, it helps with the teasing. No, it's been doing all right with screens lately, which is why I've kind of done screens over minis. It just really likes my face. Hey, I think that works. But yeah, there's a tease anyway. Oh, there. Just needed to get closer, but now it's on my fingers. Focus. Yeah, it makes the tease better. So there. Way, some upcoming stuff. Any bad squiddo? A shovel in a box of peas. You win. Any... Where are we? Any bad squiddo pirate ladies or pirate peegs planned? We have pirate ladies. If you don't already have them, you should check them out. I've got the pirate queen Eva, who is ace, and she's got two pirate stooges who are cool. I don't know why I did that. Pirate stooges, Rupert and May, and they are very cool. They were sculpted by Shane. There's nothing immediately to hand for pirate plans, but if you need more pirates, there's some very nice ones from Dead Earth Games. I can't remember what this pirate game is called, but if you look at Dead Earth Games, then it will come up. Yes, I'm sure you can all just get your paycheck sent directly to me. If we had more regular releases, I'd totally do something where it was like not a mystery box type thing, but just you automatically get all the new releases. But that is way too organisy. I saw a sticker in the reflection of your phone screen. It seemed to say, get stuff done, but not stuff. Read the comments. Can't swear. Yes, that does say that. It's a sticker on my laptop just here as a little reminder when I start aimlessly browsing guinea pig websites. I'm like, oh, yes, work. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Yes. Anything else? Yes, whenever I introduce friends to Bad Squiddo, they always love the cargo crates and food boxes. It's just, they're the super, super nice. Painting nights, I've been doing some paint work on the treasure, the cursed treasure at the moment. And it's so good. It's like she's done a Bob Ross basically as a reflection in one of the little pots. So good. Carrier pigeons in uniform, please. So like large ones in uniform, like human uniform, not pigeon uniform. The other news is at any moment I should have some more sculpts from Alan. If he's watching this, sorry, Alan. I was like, I put them under pressure anytime soon. He's coming to the end of a little mini project we've been doing, which is quite cool. So I have more lady sculpts. Yes. So yeah, I know it has been very terrain related, the scenics releases sort of this year, but moving around here. But that's just the way it is at the moment. But yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of ladies, so don't worry. I'm trying to do women in the Far Eastern theatre. Yes, there's so much that I want to do. I think what I've mentioned before is there's all the sort of sub ranges, and then I'll get a new idea, but it ends up spreading a bit too thin, so I have to be a bit careful sometimes because I get all these cool ideas. But then I need to, as I slowly go into more theatres, I need to make sure that the existing ones get some love. So that's why I'm doing a big bit of Soviet loving soon, because they haven't had any releases for a while, and they're actually one of my favourite ranges. So I'm gonna have that. more World War II. I've had some interesting World War II proposals that I need to look through in my inbox as well. So if it is you, I have glanced and I just need time to actually process. But there's some cool sort of partnership type things maybe on the horizon. Yes, Pirates of the Dread Sea. That's the one. That is it. That's the game. Yes, there's a. It's named after. It's not an Annie, but named after is Bad Annie in Pirates of the Dread Sea. So if you need more pirates, the Amazons are getting some more reinforcements in the next coming months. I have some greens already that will impress you. Kind of not sat on a pile of greens. That'd be rubbish. They'd all get squished. But I've got a fair amount of stuff that's sort of waiting. So they're sort of waiting for their friends. So sometimes I'll have the mastercast, but right now, although I've got you, I've actually decided you need to be in with some friends. So I have to get the sculptor to do some more because I don't want them to be just trying to have less single packs because it just ramps the cost up loads, which is why you'll see that single models cost more than if they're in a pack. Doodle-doo. Shield Maidens coming. Yes, we've got I'm doing a bit of, I think I said before, a bit of a scattergun approach. So there's going to be little bits of releases here and there for everyone. I'm a whole week into my I might not do a Kickstart for the rest of the year plan. What? I know. I kind of want to chill a little bit. Still get lots of releases done, but just smaller here and there, rather than the little Kickstart forces you to hone in like that on something big. But if I do a Kickstarter, it's very likely to be a very small and short fantasy one / Amazon. I got some Amazons. I think I've got new dwarves. One of my sculptors has been very poorly for a lot of the year, so we sort of started stuff and then he was been poorly, so I don't want to put him under pressure basically. So he's back sculpting at the moment, but he's doing that. I'm always very nice, so when people are having not the best time, I just go, you do what you want, there's no pressure. So I don't know exactly what he's working on out of the sort of available options at the moment, but it will be very cool. So yes, so cool stuff coming, don't know when. But there will be shortly this little wave of stuff from Alan, so that's something to look forward to. I've got Phil working on some alpacas. Piggy bank. Yeah, just keep money saved all the time because I'm just going to keep throwing cool stuff at you. That's the rule. And then all the cool merch too. You're all going to need the clock that I've set up is what's it? The War Pigs artwork. Most people won't have seen it because I've put it on a banner. I think I put it on badge on one of the Kickstarters or something. But the artwork for this, it's got like Immortan Baggy. It's got squiddos on motorbikes. The little jet engine pig just like going wee off to the side. The Cappy cannon shooting. It's just this amazing scene. It's ace. All the silliness, basically. The upcoming plans for this week. I have this section which is always, I don't know. It's hard to make plans, especially because my brain's been absolutely rubbish this week. I don't think I even got one working. I had a bit of a Tuesday and an okay Friday. So obviously all the orders are caught up, so don't worry about that. It's all the basics to keep everything running is good. So I hesitate, kind of try and make plans, but then they all fail. So hopefully next week will be a much better week for me. And I am still climbing. It's slow, but I'm ever so slowly getting there, climbing this sort of backlog of tasks that I've had on and getting to a much more chilled zone, which means that I can go and do more creative stuff rather than the boring just running a business side of it. So I need to work on some more brief for Alan. I've found some really exciting Soviet troops that I've not got in the range so far. This hammock, I'm all about hammocks. Everyone should get a hammock. Maybe I could hammock today. Damn, it rained yesterday, foiled my hammock plans. They were the best. But I've been doing more and more Soviet research. and I might even watch a film today. Actually, you know what? I think I will. Yeah. So yes, I'm doing lots more Soviet research. So they will be coming, and they will be coming in quite a big load, basically. So why I keep saying Soviets are coming, it's not me going have the odd pack. There's going to be a big old wave. Or it might not be a big wave at once, but we shall see. So with the pandemic and unprecedented times, it's the worst overused phrase. I kind of just want to keep things rolling out there rather than make these big plans for the future when everything's so like I don't know what that is. Like a crab or something? Like a Zoidberg. It's all just a bit, isn't it? So I kind of like the idea of just keeping things gently rolling on rather than this sort of big like boof. You must know what I mean by now. I'm sure I don't speak in any sort of coherent language. Carol, it appears, has cursed us. That's the reason why it's been raining, as she bought a new parasol 2 weeks ago. It's like what did I buy? And I did the same thing. I think when I bought my outside lights, I was like, sorry everybody, I've now jinxed us. Gary has a money box for odd coins for treating to figures. Excellent. To expand that box to a large barrel. Well, I must go. I'm sure there were, as always, I'm sure there were other things. Oh, someone asked about Gregor's leg. I think I'm going to take him into the vets next week. So he doesn't have, it's Gregor Pig, my big man pig. I don't think he has anything majorly wrong with him, but it's now enough that I'm gonna take him to the vets. He's just got a few little ailments going on, and they can occasionally have little ailment, meaning it being that whole iceberg thing, meaning there's much worse going on. And I think the vets, I didn't want to overload the vets when, they had actual emergencies and everything was a bit awkward, but he's I imagine they're a bit more back to normal. And yeah, I'm just a little concerned about my old man guinea pig. So I think I'll take him in for an MOT, point out all the various stuff on him. And then even if they say he's okay, they kind of have a bit of a record then if it gets changed. So he's still got this lump on his leg, and he's got a sort of lump here. And they usually like quite so it's like fatty cysts and stuff like that. So they're not really any bother, but they can be a big bother. Anyway, he's just looking a bit tatty, bless him. So yeah, I'll get him the full works. Oh, he's lying all sleepy there. Bless him. He's not dead. No, he's not. They always lie in such a way where they look dead. It's very rude of them. Not a fan of that. The guinea pig's dead, sleepy. The worst. They are terrors. Yes. So, So I've also, before we go, I've got. I've got my very quick. This week it is very quick. So you'll be aware now that of the last few weeks, I've been a part of a Saturday evening bad film club. So we watch via Discord. There's a few of us on the cam, and we choose a film each week to watch, which is generally terrible. So we've had some crackers. This week, I cannot go into too many details because this is a family show. But the film, you have to look this up afterwards. Please look it up afterwards and watch it because it's a piece of cultural history. It's a film called Spermula. It's a 1970s film. It is 18 rated, starring Udo Kier, one of my favourite actors, which was why it was my choice as well. So every week we get to rotate who gets to choose a film. So I'm afraid to admit that Annie from Bad Squiddo chose Spermula as the film to watch, and it was definitely memorable and hilarious. So if ever you need cheering up, go watch Spermula. So bizarre. But I also discovered that we watched the dubbed version, and then when I was looking afterwards, Yes, fans of Spermula in the Side. When I looked afterwards, though, the original film has a slightly different plot. It's a French film. Um, so I need to find the subtitled version to compare the two films. So the one I watched, they changed the plot of it a bit, and they don't directly dub what the original actors were saying. What? It's a highly quotable film too. So I may have quoted the film in this stream without you noticing because I'm that sort of terrible human. But yes, go watch that. I'm not quite sure what we'll be watching next week in Bad Film, but I will of course update you every Sunday now. Yes, it's a hilarious film. I don't think it's supposed to be hilarious. I still couldn't quite figure it out, but yes, very, very odd film. Right, on that note, soon to be a musical. Oh, giant ants. I want to watch Rubber, actually. That's going to be my next vote when I get the vote again. It's about a haunted tyre, I think. It's just a tyre that goes on. Thank you for coming along. Sorry I didn't have cakes or balloons or anything of that, but you have me. And 52 weeks of me, and I will be continuing. So it's not like it's a year project and it's over. There will be this every Sunday till I die. Ominous. Thank you for coming along. You are the best. If you don't follow all of the social medias, go follow the social medias. Go check out Baggy's Cave. If you like this, you will like Baggy's Cave on Facebook. Put that into the search. And that's basically this all the time. Just have a bit of a hangout, show off stuff you might have painted, ask questions. All brilliant. And thank you, people at the other side of the world that are all going to bed, or unless you're this side of the world and just going back to bed because it's Sunday morning. I will update you on Gregor. I think I will take him next week just to get prodded. So thank you. Goodbye. Yay! 1 year.